Good evening. I'm Linda Shimon, Chairperson of the Board of Adjustment, and I will be presiding over the board's deliberations on hearing items this evening. The Board of Adjustment is an impartial body made up of residents of the town of Prescott Valley who volunteer their time and efforts and are guided by state and local rules and regulations. This evening's proceedings will be conducted using the following format. First, I will read the hearing application into the record. Following the identification of the hearing application, staff will present the case and their recommendations to the board, after which questions from the Board of Adjustment will be directed to staff regarding the case. After the board initially reviews the application, the floor will be opened for comment, at which time the applicant will have an opportunity to address the board regarding the matter and answer any questions. That phase completed, I will open the floor to comments from the public regarding the case before the board. I ask that you direct your pertinent comments to the board through the chairperson and not to the applicant, staff, or individuals within the audience. I would also appreciate your cooperation in making your statements brief and to the point, as I may exercise the prerogative to confine public comment if need be, should there be considerable public involvement in the case. I am calling the July 25th, 2016 meeting of the Prescott Valley Board of Adjustment to order. And I'm going to introduce the members of town staff: Christy Jones, Administrative Specialist; Carrie Stuti, Administrative Support; Fernando Gonzalez, Supervisor of Code Enforcement. Christy, would you please read the roll call?
Member Johnson? Chairperson Shimon?
Present.
Member Gamble?
Present.
Vice Chairperson Kyle?
Present.
Member Wood?
I'm asking now if there are any amendments or corrections that the board would like to make discussing the approval of the June 27th, 2016 meeting minutes. Hearing none, the minutes will stand as submitted. Are there any announcements?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Then we will proceed to agenda items. The first agenda item will be the election of officers. Have we a nomination for chair?
I nominate Bear.
Bear would be Linda Shimon. Are there any other nominations? We may vote using secret ballot, or we may have a roll call vote, whichever the board members prefer.
I'm fine with roll call.
Roll call?
Roll call.
Would you call the roll, Christy, please?
Vice Chairperson Kyle?
Yes.
Member Gamble?
Yes.
Chairperson Shimon?
Yes. We will now entertain motions for vice chair, and I would nominate Gary Kyle as vice chair. Are there any other nominations? May we have the same roll call vote?
Member Gamble?
Yes.
Chairperson Shimon?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Kyle?
Yes.
We have elected our officers. We will move to the matter before us, UP 16002. Upon the application of Matthew Pewitt, owner Jungle Cat Heating and Cooling, a request for a use permit per section 1314020C6 of the Town of Prescott Valley zoning ordinance in order to operate a mechanical shop in a C2 zoning district. The subject property is located at 8812 East Valley Road, Prescott Valley, Unit 7, Lot 2265, APN number 103-26513. Mr. Gonzalez, would you present the case for the town, please?
Thank you for the opportunity. If we may ask the applicant if he would like to continue, since we don't have a full board, so we have that on record.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Pursuant to Article 1329060, the applicant has the right to request the item be deferred to a future meeting date when a full 5-member board is present. Would the applicant like to postpone, or would you proceed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Gonzalez, would you
Appreciate that.
present the case for the town, please?
The subject property is located in a C2 Commercial General Sales and Service Zoning District. The zoning district is intended to provide accommodations for retail and service establishments requiring town needs. The designation is also designed to be used along major streets and highways. The applicant, who is the owner of record of the property, operates a mechanical shop. Mechanical shops are first allowed by matter of right in a C3 zoning district, commercial minor industrial zoning district. However, the Town Code Section 13-14-020C6 does allow mechanical shops to operate in a C2 zoning districts with the benefit of a use permit. The fact that the Town of Prescott Valley zoning ordinance, again, C13-14-020C6, allows mechanical shops to operate in a C2 zoning district with a use permit, staff is recommending that the board approve UPS 16-002 under the following conditions: that any building permits required for any changes or alterations to the property, secure a building permit prior to construction, and including not limited to signs and fences. That the use shall be contained within a complete enclosure or enclosed buildings. Any exterior storage be screened from public view at 100% screening or obscure screening wall or fence at the height of minimum of 6 feet. That the duration of the use permit be limited to 2 years and subject to renewal at that time. That's all I have. I have any questions or concerns, and the applicant is also here to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Gonzalez from members of the board?
I have one. Is there any welding inside your operation? It's just bringing the HVAC units in as you get them in? And
Would you be kind enough to come to the microphone and state your name for the record, please? Thank you.
My name is Matt Pewitt, and the answer to the question is we have service trucks, so we're residential, so we just go out to the residential house and perform a repair out there. We don't bring any equipment into our shop and work on it in there.
okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the applicant?
Yes, please.
Would you return to the podium, please?
So what happens if you need to make ductwork or plenums or whatever else is required in your heating and cooling? Where is that? That can be done in the field also?
Yeah, absolutely. The day of the ductwork, making it up, it's a little easier just to make it up out in the field. You can buy plenums that are already pre-made, and that's, once in a while, we'll run across that, but it's all done up out in the field, absolutely.
So you're just using this facility for an office and storage?
Basically, yes. I park my trucks in there, and there's a few pieces of equipment, and mainly office, yes.
So, as you stated in the application.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions from the board? I actually, of course, went to the site and did not see what I consider to be manufacturing, and what you've just told us has shed light on that. You store things there.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you.
Basically components that you install out the residential.
Exactly, yes. And sometimes we even have them delivered from the warehouses, our wholesale houses. They'll deliver the equipment straight out to the job site. It makes it easier so we don't have to move it around and store it and so forth.
The condensers and so forth in the HVAC. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to say to the board?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Does anyone have any questions of Mr. Gonzalez? I would now open the floor to any member of the public who would like to comment on the issue? Hearing no public comment, we will close the floor for comment and come to the board for further discussion. Have either of these good gentlemen comments to make?
No comment.
No comment? The chair then will entertain a motion. Have we a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Sir?
To make sure we get it correctly, I will read the stipulations. I would recommend that we approve use permit UP 16-002 with the following conditions. And to recap, that the building permits as required for any changes or alteration to the property be secured prior to construction, including but not limited to signage and fencing. That all uses shall be contained within the completely enclosed building. Any exterior storage shall be screened from public view with a 100% obscured screen wall or fence with a minimum of 6 feet in height, and that the duration of this use permit be limited to 2 years and subject to renewal at that time.
Is there any further discussion from board members concerning the motion? Hearing none, we understand your motion to be for approval with the staff recommendations already stipulated. I will second that motion. Ms. Jones, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Vice Chairperson Kyle? Vice Chairperson Kyle?
Oh, yes.
Member Gamble?
Yes.
Chairperson Shimon?
Yes. The motion passes unanimously. Is there any further public comment? Hearing no further public comment or business before the board, I am adjourning this meeting of the Prescott Valley Board of Adjustment.